Hi guys. All right, so let's get into it. I keep getting requests to do excerpts of the book What Men Don't Want Women to Know, so I'm going to do one right now. Where's my other pillow? It disappeared. There it is, hiding behind me. Okay, so I want to show you something really cool first. Okay, if you see these earrings, show them to you up close. Do you see those? Aren't those cute? Those are made from tagua nut. Tagua is a nut found in the Amazon forest, and this is homemade jewelry. A local artisan made those, and this is from a tagua nut as well. It's a ring, and the only place it's found, as far as I know, is in South America. And jewelry's a little pricey, but part of the proceeds goes to help protect the Amazon forest, which I think is awesome. Not too shabby. So yeah, those are really cute. Let me see if I can see little designs on there. Yeah. Pretty neat. Pretty cool. All right, so let's get started. So, men helping men. All right, so men will help, even strangers will help each other in a crisis with a woman. Okay. Men could not keep any secrets or sustain any lies without the total complicity of other men. You're going to see a lot of glareish, and I'm sorry about that. I don't have any control over that. Sorry about that. Try to turn this way. Maybe that's better. Smith and Doe, the writers of this book, rate this the most underrated boondoggle perpetrated by men upon women. Think back and try to remember. This one won't strain your memory. When was the last time a close friend of your man told you something in confidence like, God, he loves you, or it's amazing, he doesn't even look at other women anymore, or he spent the whole night just talking about you? Chances are that's bullshit. Okay? That's my words, not theirs. Chances are that's bullshit. It is more than likely this confidence was unsolicited by you, yet somehow it came at a moment when you were experiencing some serious doubts in relation to your man's sincerity. What amazing timing, you probably thought to yourself, just when I needed to hear it, my guardian angel is working overtime. How perfect it seemed receiving this inside information, just when you needed it, offered unsolicited by a trusted friend. Chances are you were so grateful to have misjudged your man's sincerity that you never questioned the sincerity of his cohort, which is the person who confided in you. Men will help each other get laid all the time. Men will help each other lie all the time. The things I'm telling you are not every man alive. So before you start tripping, I know a guy, my personal friend, he's just my friend only, so he don't have no reason to lie to me. And he don't act like that. He actually has morals. Right, because some guys do. But this is the guys' club where most guys fit into it, not all, but most. After all, why would someone you always considered a friend randomly volunteer an outright lie? The answer is simple: because your man told him to. Your man knew the doubt going through your mind because in all probability, he actually did whatever you suspected him of. It could have been as simple as forgetting your birthday or as complex as carrying on an affair with your third cousin. But rest assured, whatever he did, no matter how long or how dirty, his male friends will always be there for him. Therefore, Smith and Doe issue the following warning. Regarding your man's behavior when you were not there, never, we repeat, never believe what his male friends tell you. You've heard the term good old boys club. In the military, for instance, the good old boys club is a network of high-ranking male officers who do whatever is necessary to cover one another's asses. In the legal profession, it is the cozy relationships enjoyed by male attorneys, prosecutors, and judges who went to the same schools and harassed the same secretaries. In show business, it is the male power lunchers who gave each other lucrative deals and keep women portrayed as sex objects on screen. In the corporate world, it is a tight lip. Oops, sorry. In the corporate world, it is a tight group of male CEOs who move from one millionaire job, one multi-million dollar job to the next, floating through the boardrooms of publicity-held companies on golden parachutes with massive stock options. When men get fired, other men give them fat severance checks. When women get fired, men give them a bad reputation. Whatever you may think or hope, no women are ever admitted to this club, or ever will be for that matter. How can Smith and Doe be so cynical and pessimistic when it comes to the brotherhood of man? Women might as well give up hope it will ever change. Men will cover one another's asses with the most outrageous lies and excuses, but they will never cover a woman's ass, that is, with anything more than a minuscule thong from Victoria's Secret. So it's a club that you as a woman will never be a part of. And that's cool because we don't want to be pathological liars. Thank you. So let's pick any ballpark and see how the game is played. How about monkey business at the office? The following hypothetical is based on a true life story. Okay, here we go. Oh, it makes me tired. I don't know about y'all, but it makes me tired. You and your man are having dinner at the home of his business partner and his wife, who are also good friends. After the meal, the four of you are sitting around, leafing through some random snapshots, when suddenly, there's your man, smiling into the camera with one arm looped over the shoulder of a very attractive young woman you've never seen before. On the other side of the young woman is an unidentified man. Who are these people, you ask? Without a moment's hesitation, your man's partner replies, Arthur Lillywhite and his fiancée. I forget her name, but this was taken the day they were engaged. You see my face? That's right, your man seemingly recalls. What a pair of lovebirds. With this explanation, the snapshot quickly makes its way to the bottom of the pile. What possible reason do you have to disbelieve what they said? These are simple, ordinary, everyday people, a business associate and his fiancée. Sure it is. Do you think, wait a minute, why does my man have his arm around another man's fiancée? Or, who the hell is Arthur Lillywhite? Of course you do. Do you open your mouth and say, what are you thinking? Oh, what you're thinking. Of course you don't. Why? Because this is supposed to be a relaxing interlude, friendly, calm, away from the stress of the world, in the home of friends, the last place you'd be looking for secrets and lies. But the fact is, what is actually happening before your very eyes is a massive emergency cover-up. Instantly prepared, carefully structured, analyzed in seconds, and executed perfectly by your man and his partner. They move on to the next snapshot so fast you don't even get a chance to reflect on the fact that half of the men you know met their current wives or girlfriends at the office. Let me repeat that. What? Half the men you know met their current wives or girlfriends at the office while they were married or otherwise involved. You don't get a chance to recall that all those girls at the office were younger and prettier than the wives and girlfriends left behind. That girl in the snapshot, for instance, is a good 10 years younger than you. And what would you do if you did get a moment to think about those things? You'd grab that snapshot so fast your man and his cohort wouldn't have the time to make up a name for the girl, let alone their whole bullshit story about the Lillywhite love affair. That's what you'd do, wouldn't you? Not a chance. Why? Because if you did, you'd be branded a jealous shrew. Who wants to be with a jealous shrew? Who invites jealous shrews to their home for friendship and dinner? Who wants a woman who makes a scene? So you shut up, and the evening rolls on. No scenes, no waves, no outbursts. You're a good little girl. You did what your mother taught you to do. But if you're still wondering what happened, it's this. The men were too slick for you. They had your number. That snapshot was a fastball down the middle of the plate and you never even got to swing at it. Such is the natural, instinctive power of men helping men. You were called out on strikes, checkmated, locked into position, unable to move. Any suspicion you experienced was aborted before it gained life. Truth was dead in the water. The men won yet again. From these examples, we see that the basis of men helping men is that two or more lies are better than one. To illustrate this further, Smith and Doe have been given permission to quote an acquaintance, JD, based on a guarantee of anonymity. All right? You ready? All right, let's go. My wife, this was my first wife, wanted me to go with her to some jack-off baby shower. I think it was her sister's, so I told her I had to have dinner with my friend Mark in an important business contact from out of town. Actually, Mark was having dinner with the guy. It was a perfectly good story, nothing to be suspicious about. My mistake was in underestimating my wife. I gave her the name of the restaurant. Oh my. Well, what an idiot I was back then. Well, I was young. Anyway, God knows what made her do it, but she showed up at the restaurant and found the two of them there with no place setting for me. Mark, who knew where I was, thought fast. He told her I had gotten sick just minutes ago and headed for home. Good old Mark, a man's man. As for the missing place setting, the guy from out of town told her the busboy cleared it when I left. At any rate, as soon as she split from the restaurant, Mark ran out to his car and raced across town to an apartment where I was holed up with two of our favorite hookers. I'll never forget my panic when one of the girls opened the door and there was Mark sweating like a pig. Get the fuck home as fast as you can, he said. Believe me, I was dressed and out the door in a minute. I didn't beat her home, but she believed my story about having to stop at a gas station because I was so sick. Here's another case of two or more lies adding up to the male version of reality. Had Mark and the out-of-towner been less in tune with the demands of their gender, JD would have never gotten away with his escapade. In the world of men, not only do friends lie for friends, but strangers do too. This is the club in which men are born, a universal association like the Freemasons, of which your man is a card-carrying member, but hiding infidelity is not the only area in which men help men. Consider the case of Lewis, a false name. Lewis was married to a girl who loved to make a big deal of the milestones of life, birthdays, anniversaries, days of sobriety, those times of highest sentimentality. To Lewis's wife, as to most women, one of the holiest days of the year was Valentine's Day. Even though Valentine's Day is supposed to be a mutual show of appreciation, Lewis said his wife thought it meant prove that you love me or show me the jewelry. One dark, dreary Valentine's Day, Lewis forgot the drill, totally went blank. No card, no jewelry, no flowers, no nothing. His wife went bananas. Claimed he didn't love her, never thought about her, was just another stingy, egotistical, self-obsessed male. A simple mistake was quickly turned into a horrible nightmare. What did Lewis do? The first thing he did was exclaim, "You didn't get the flowers? I don't believe it! That fucking flower store!" The second Lewis stole a moment alone, he called the flower store, fearlessly prepared to genuinely complain that he had ordered flowers and they hadn't arrived. He even had his credit card ready to convince them that he had given them the number, that they'd make a mistake and ruin his life. Turned out he didn't have to go through with it. The person who answered the phone at the flower store was a man. That's all it took. Lewis explained his dilemma. The man understood and called Lewis's wife to tell her the store had made a dreadful mistake, that they didn't deliver the flowers, a huge and expensive display that her husband had ordered and paid for. This was a man Lewis had never met. Volunteering to lie and even embellishing. Okay. This is what you're up against, a universal good old boys club of liars, cheaters, and con men. From all these examples of men helping men, Smith and Doe draw one conclusion and one conclusion only. When you suspect your man of a transgression, You can be, okay, 100% sure he's guilty if any other man comes to his defense. Okay? Men help other men. And as hard as they chase our asses, they don't care for us nearly as much as they care about each other and about protecting each other. And as I told you before, and they didn't write this, but I've experienced it as a woman, we are just a sex toy that talks. That's all we are to the majority of men. Hopefully your man's different. Hopefully he does love you and not just when his dick is hard. We have to be raw. I mean, we're all adults up in here. Some men, not many, but some are capable of feeling something other than a stiffy, other than a tingling in his pants. But even for good men, there's still temptations to do the wrong thing. There's still men protecting other men, strangers protecting other men, strange men protecting other men. I mean, it's just, so you're getting a glimpse of the good old boys club, and you kind of snuck in the back door, and you're invisible and you're watching. That's what this chapter is basically telling you. This is what happens behind the scenes. Okay? This is what happens behind the scenes. I knew that other men helped men get laid. I knew that. I witnessed it. I've seen it when a guy is on his worst behavior and you're done with it. You talk to another guy, give him another chance. Nobody's perfect. Everybody goes through things. He's defending this dude. He don't even know him. This is a common thing. And the guys that wrote this book are men. They're not, if it's written by women, they're man-hating lesbians, which women get accused of that all the time. At this rate, as horrible as men are, is being a lesbian a bad idea? Probably not. Anyway, move right along. Yeah, it's just like I said, you snuck into the boys club and you're invisible and you're watching and they don't know that you're there and you're getting a glimpse of what really goes on. They're a trip. They're a real trip. A real trip. And even if they're capable of real love from their heart, not their dick, from their heart, real genuine love, they still have obscene fantasies that you don't want to know anything about. We've talked about that before. Tell me your dreams. Tell me your wildest fantasy. Don't have him tell you that. Do not go there. Because you will think that he is absolutely disgusting, a pedophile, the biggest pervert you've ever known. You don't want to know his secrets. Let that go. Let that go. You don't want that. You don't want that. Okay? So, yeah. We're a walking sex toy. That's all we are, to most of them. And they don't protect us nearly as much as men protect other men. So why don't you just be with men? You don't care about us anyway. 99.9% of the time, y'all don't give a damn about us no way. You care about us when our legs are open, and that's about it. Like I said, there's a tiny percentage of men that can love from their heart, not their ding-a-ling, but with the hedonistic world that we have become, we've become a world of, instant internet, instant information, instant sexual, gratification, instant gratification with food. Everything has to be instant, instant, instant. We just gonna go keep it real. We went from, if you got pregnant, your family hid you away for 9 months because you went to spend time with your aunt. You're in California or whatever. Then you came home after the kid was born and nobody was, none the wiser. Okay. But we went from that, and you shouldn't have sex until you're married, to Have sex the minute you meet the guy face to face. I know one lady told me recently, and I was, well, maybe it was a while back. She said, are you kidding me? She said, I gotta take a deep breath on this one. I made him wait 3 dates before I had sex with him. And she was so proud of that. Like she made him wait a long time. 3 dates. Remember when we usually waited months? I really got to get to know you, and I really want you to get to know me. Oh no, those days are gone. Those days are gone. So on one hand, and this is off topic, but on one hand, we complain that men objectify us. But they, for loose women, fast women, they encourage men to objectify them by giving them sex right now, today. Why wait? We had a conversation, didn't we? We had 2 conversations. Let's go. Take our clothes off. You know what I mean? What the fuck happened to our morals, value? You know what I'm saying? And men don't respect you anymore just because you give it up like that. They respect you less, even though he's begging for it. Begging, pleading, lying, tricking. A tear comes from his face. You know, all of this to get up in there. He don't respect you anymore just because he got it, even though he begged for it like a beggar on the street. If you're doing men right now, today, you're encouraging them to treat us like sluts. You're encouraging that behavior. And I used to think, and I've talked about this before, and this is a tangent, but I used to think if people bang as soon as they meet, that's their thing. I don't really care what y'all do. That's your business. Until that crap came knocking on my goddamn door. And I went out with someone. Or no, this particular one, no, I didn't go out with him. We just had a conversation on the phone and he screwed up bad and he was never going to get it. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Woo, 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 woo. Anyway, he said if we go out, I've talked about this before, if we go out, we have a good time, I don't see why we can't do something. I said, what's the emergency? He said, what's the holdup? So now it's no longer a situation of what y'all do is y'all's thing, y'all grown, that's y'all's business. No, because it comes back around to those of us who do not spread. And these guys are looking at us like, let's go. I gave you a few compliments. They're fake, but I gave you, compliments, try to get your legs open. Why are they still closed? They don't necessarily come out and say that, but that's what they're thinking. So when you give them what they're begging for, or trying to talk you out of your clothes, whatever their sideways move they try and do, and you give it to them right away, you're teaching them to treat us worse and to objectify us worse than they already do. So I don't date. Y'all can do what you want to do. Let me tell you something else. This other guy, y'all do what you want to do. I'm staying out of it. They can beg and plead, and my legs are staying shut and kiss my ass. Kiss all my damn ass. One guy said, first time I saw him in person, we eventually went out, and he said, I saw something in Victoria's Secret that would look good on you. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't think I responded because I was stunned. Sometimes I'm gobsmacked with the size of your damn balls. Did you really come out of your neck and say that? And they wonder why we don't want to be bothered. They wonder. Keep wondering. Look in the mirror. You're the reason why. Okay? I mean, wow. Just disgusting behavior. Disgusting behavior. So, anyway, I'm just glad I'm single. That's all I can say about that. I'm glad I'm single. Anyway, you guys take care. Much love, and talk to you later. Bye.